for joining us tonight. A major ruling in Arizona that changes who gets arrested for DUI. The state Supreme Court says just because you have traces of marijuana in your system, it doesn't mean you will automatically get a DUI, as has been the case for decades now. Mark Martinez has been working on this story. He joins us live tonight with all the details on it. Mark.
Yeah, Carrie, a major development here from the Supreme Court. This is a decision that took them 5 months to reach. The justice's ruling means that someone cannot be charged with DUI just for having those traces of marijuana in their blood, which can remain for weeks after people have ingested it. Until now, people could be facing DUI charges even if they weren't impaired.
That's the way it was. That's the way it had been interpreted for decades. And the Supreme Court today just changed that.
Today's ruling is a victory for Valley attorney Michael Allered, who argued the case before the justices on behalf of his client, who was pulled over in 2010 and charged with DUI for having traces of marijuana metabolite in his system.
How big of a deal is this?
For my client, it's a huge deal. He was facing jail time. He was facing massive fines. He was facing losing his driver's license for a year, and now all of that has been dismissed.
The court ruling only applies to those whose blood shows the inactive metabolite of THC in their system. In other words, they are not impaired. But before today, could still have been legally charged with DUI, even up to a month after ingesting marijuana. Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery told reporters today he is not happy with the court's 4-1 decision.
The Supreme Court today has now muddied those waters, because until today it was very clear. What the court really should have done was simply said, this is black letter law. If you don't like the outcome here or the effect that we, as simply a court of review, are driven to conclude, go to the legislature. That's the proper venue.
So Montgomery, they're saying this should have been something decided at the state capitol instead of in a courtroom. No word tonight if the state will challenge the Supreme Court ruling. And it's also not clear if this will have an effect on people who have been convicted in the past on these charges now that things have changed. Reporting live, Mark Martinez, Fox 10 News.